This is Good Morning Washington, a local show highlighting the special people and unique places that we call home. Good Morning Washington starts now.
Today is the first full day of Hanukkah, and we are getting in the holiday spirit with our friend, the Kosher Baker. She joins us in the GMW kitchen right after the break. Well, we are heading into the second night of Hanukkah, and it's the perfect time to add a little sweetness to your holiday. So joining us with a delicious dessert to celebrate the Festival of Lights is our good friend, Paula Scheuer, also known as the Kosher Baker. Happy Hanukkah!
Thank you so much. It's the first day. I love this holiday.
Oh my goodness, so many people do. Tell us a little bit about Hanukkah.
So Hanukkah celebrates when the Jews defeated the Syrian Greeks, and they went into the temple to take the idols out, and they fashioned a new menorah, and they found only a small amount of oil, and they thought that the amount of oil would only light menorah for one day, and it stayed lit for 8 nights. So we celebrate 8 nights of Hanukkah. We light a candle each night, and it's called the Festival of Lights. And because of the oil, we typically eat a lot of fried foods on this holiday. And I brought donuts and latkes here many times before.
But as the Kosher Baker, you're always trying to provide a little bit of some balance. So you've going to introduce us to a few other dishes with some oil.
Absolutely. So for Hanukkah, you can't eat fried foods for 8 nights straight. I mean, yes, I love my potato latkes. But so here I have 2 baked goods where I bake olive oil into cakes. And baking with olive oil goes back to biblical times. So this is an Italian almond and olive oil cake, which I'll show you how to make.
Okay.
And these chewy chocolate olive oil cookies.
Really?
You can go ahead and start eating them, and I can start with the recipe. And they're
great. Delicious. I'm like, it's still taking like
olive
a lot
oil
of chocolate.
So healthy, right? So what's great about this cake, it's like so easy. So you're gonna start with like eggs and sugar and your olive oil, extra virgin only. Like I only cook with extra virgin, I only use it for salad, baking as well.
And I'm embarrassed to say I've never used olive oil. I'm always using like a vegetable oil or canola oil.
Just sub it in sometime and see what happens, especially with like a lemon cake or an orange cake.
Yeah, okay, because there's so many more health benefits to an olive oil.
So you're basically going to mix this together at home. I'll use a stand mixer so it gets super creamy.
Okay.
And then you're going to add some flour.
All right.
And ground almonds. You can grind them yourself. You could buy them. I like using the light colored ones.
Okay.
Sometimes it says almond flour, but it's, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Baking powder and salt.
Yeah.
And almond extract for a little bit extra.
Okay.
And if you don't have almond extract, you could use like amaretto.
Ooh,
and here I'm using orange zest, but I've also used lemon zest on occasion too.
So to kind of brighten it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're really just going to mix this together to create the batter.
And again, this is not, like substituting for, all of the donuts and the latkes.
It's something in addition to and different, and it's just really nice. And this is such a great cake. I make this cake all year round.
Oh my goodness. And we always know things that are tried, true, and tested because of your you've got a big family, but especially your boys.
Yep, my boys are turning 23 on Wednesday, my twins.
That's so...
And I always talk about how I spent a whole week in the hospital before they were born during Hanukkah, and I secretly lit Hanukkah candles like in the hospital room every night. But it was hard to not be with my 2 older kids then.
Of course.
So here I have just like an 8-9 inch pan. I greased it. I put down a parchment circle, and you can do this for any pan you bake with. You put the pan on top of the parchment, trace it out with a pen, and cut it. Loaf pans, bigger pans.
Then you don't have to worry about the stickage.
It doesn't stick, and no, you grease this again, and then you take these kinds of almonds, the sliced ones, not the sticks, okay? Like these sliced almonds.
Finely sliced.
And look for ones that aren't broken. It comes out prettier the less broken they are. And then you literally just kind of shake them around to cover the bottom.
Oh, and it probably adds like a nice little crunch when you're...
Of course, so you're going to taste that in a second if you want to start cutting cake.
Sure,
And we're just going to pour this batter on top. So you see how easy this recipe is. It bakes for about 30 minutes or so, but always, time your baking for less time than every recipe because you can always add time.
Exactly.
Everybody's oven's a little bit different, so you really need to do that. And then you bake it, cool it for about 10 minutes, and then
do you just serve it? And I love this because then all of the pecans just look like, now, do they rise or did you flip this?
So you flip it, so you bake it like this. So you see how the whole pan like this?
Yeah.
Cools for about 10 minutes, and you run the knife around and you flip it over so that the almonds are on top.
Okay.
And you could do this for like other things as well, and you can see the inside of it is like so super moist.
This is so, oh my gosh, I totally taste the orange. Like it's this nice little
it's this pop of
zest.
flavor, and it's like a really simple recipe. And I'm really a big fan of like the 1 bowl cake sometimes because you don't always have time for, I mean, I trained in France. I love fussy French desserts, but not everybody wants to make this. So these cookies are a 1 bowl cookie, and And you'll have both of these recipes on the website so people can make these for all the holidays.
And if you haven't already, you have to pick up the Kosher Baker because so many wonderful recipes.
Yes.
And we're just wishing you and your family a very happy Hanukkah. I know you guys, your family continues to grow.
Yes, but they're scattered all over the country. But I'll have one child at home for Hanukkah, so I'll be making latkes today for him. So I'm very excited about that.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sweeten things up around here
Always
for us.
happy to be here. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah, everyone.